Hello everybody, myself Dr. Jayakrishna. Today we will discuss on the topic techno-pedagogical content knowledge analysis. We know that we are in the digital era and we teachers need to understand what types of materials are available and how to use them or why they should be used, when they should be used, and how to integrate them into the teaching or learning environment in order to meet the ultimate goal of improving education. So, these are the three things we have to be very keen to address: how to use them, why they should be used, how to use the technology, why technology should be used, in which circumstances we have to use technology, or how, when they should be used, at what context we have to use technology, and how to integrate them. So, infusing or integrating technology is a skill. So, in order to be a techno pedagogue, a teacher should know how technology to use or when they should be used, why or how to integrate them in the teaching learning process. Then what is TPACK, or Technological Pedagogical Content Knowledge Analysis, or Techno-Pedagogical Content Knowledge Analysis? The Technological Pedagogical Content Knowledge, or TPACK framework, builds on Lee Shulman's idea of pedagogical content knowledge, or PCK, and attempts to capture some of the essential qualities of knowledge required by teachers for technology integration in their teaching while addressing the complex, multifaceted, and situated nature of teacher knowledge. So, PCK, or pedagogical content knowledge, was the idea we have earlier, who Lee Shulman contributed. And on the basis of this PCK, TPACK framework has made by Kogler and Punya Mishra. Then the TPACK framework looks at the relationships between technology, pedagogy, and content in specific context. Kogler and Mishra, their handbook, they wrote a handbook named Handbook of Technological Pedagogical Content Knowledge. It's their second edition of TPACK handbook. And technological pedagogical content knowledge builds on Shulman's idea of PCK. Then TPACK framework is the interplay of three primary forms of knowledge, that is content knowledge, pedagogical knowledge, and technological knowledge. Then what is content knowledge? Content knowledge is teachers' knowledge about the subject matter to be learned or taught. A content or the subject material which the teacher transact, that is content knowledge. Teacher should be very aware of the content which he or she is going to transact. So content knowledge is essential. Then pedagogical knowledge. The gained content knowledge has to be transacted among the students. So how it can be transformed or how it can be changed, the behavior of students, or how it can be transacted to the students, that is pedagogical knowledge. Teacher should know how to integrate the things, or how to integrate the learning methods, learning strategies, innovative ideas to transact the content, that is pedagogical knowledge. So pedagogical knowledge is teachers' deep knowledge about the processes and practices or methods of teaching and learning. They encompass, among other things, overall educational purposes, values, and aims. This generic form of knowledge applies to understanding how students learn general classroom management skills, lesson planning, and student assessment. So, classroom management skills, planning the lesson, assessment of students, or are all about or are all under the umbrella of pedagogical knowledge. Then, pedagogical knowledge requires an understanding of cognitive, social, and developmental theories of learning and how they apply to students in the classroom. Pedagogical knowledge or pedagogical content knowledge is consistent with and similar to Schulman's idea of knowledge of pedagogy that is applicable to the teaching of specific content. Transformation occurs as the teacher interprets the subject matter, finds multiple ways to represent it, and adapts and tailors the instructional materials to alternative conceptions and students' prior knowledge, scored by Schulman. PCK covers the core business of teaching, learning, curriculum, assessment, and reporting, such as the conditions that promote learning and the links among curriculum, assessment, and pedagogy. These are the three main components: curriculum, assessment, and pedagogy. Then let's have a look on technological content knowledge. It's an understanding of the manner in which technology and content influence and constrain one another. Teachers need to master more than the subject matter they teach. They must also have a deep understanding of the manner in which the subject matter or the kinds of representations that can be constructed can be changed by the application of particular technologies. Teachers need to understand which specific technologies are best suited for addressing subject matter learning in their domains and how the content dictates or perhaps even changes the technology. Then, what is TPK? Technological Pedagogical Knowledge. It's an understanding of how teaching and learning can change when particular technologies are used in particular ways. To build TPK, a deeper understanding of the constraints and affordances of technologies and the disciplinary contexts within which they function is needed. So, technology, pedagogy, and content knowledge is an emergent form of three core components: content, pedagogy, and technology. Technological, pedagogical, content knowledge is an understanding that emerges from interactions among content, pedagogy, and technology knowledge. So, underlying truly meaningful and deeply skilled teaching with technology, TPACK is different from knowledge of all three concepts individually. This is the diagram of TPACK or technological pedagogical content knowledge. So, technological content knowledge, pedagogical content knowledge, and technological pedagogical knowledge forms the framework of technological pedagogical content knowledge. So, what is a technological tool? Technological tools refer to hardware, software, applications, associated information, literacy practices, etc. The TPACK framework offers several possibilities for promoting research in teacher education, teacher professional development, and teachers' use of technology. Thank you.